Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your host, Gil, Black Hole Comics, and I'm here with the Geeky Background Check with a special guest, Raul, XXOMEGADOOMXX. What's going on, man?
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, it's been a minute because we've been trying to get this situated, and I think I've had some stuff, you've had some stuff. So now our schedules have aligned now, and we can finally sit down and do this together. So it's been a little bit in the works, right? I want to say.
Definitely.
So it's good to have you on, brother. It's
Thanks for having me.
yeah, I've been following you for I want to say the better part of a year, if not longer than a year. I can't remember who put me on to you, or it might have just been like just from seeing your Red Hood stuff. I want to say maybe it's even been longer, and just I know that for like a while, like I seen your stuff and I always wanted to buy it. So if anybody doesn't know who Raul is, like everybody should know who he is out there. But if you could let the people know what you do and who you are.
So I'm a customizer. I 3D print, I paint, and that's pretty much the gist of it.
So here we go. We got your IG pulled up in the background real quick so everybody can see, for all the viewers out there and all the listeners. So if you're listening, I'm sorry, but we'll put up like a post on our Instagram so you can see some of his stuff. But he does action figure photography. And here goes some of your custom work right here, right?
Yeah, I did the Red Hood head for Matt.
That's dope.
That one I 3D printed for my man Koji. These Damn Toys. He painted that one himself.
Gotcha. You did the Kenobi head, right?
Yeah, I found a file that I ended up modifying to fit that figure perfectly.
So we're just showing off like a few things real quick, people. Just so you can see some of his work. It'll probably jog your memory too if you're looking at some of this stuff. You did the guns, correct, for this one?
For that one, yeah. Credit to the Moonglade Forge for the pistol models.
And this is a custom that was done by you, correct?
Yeah, the client has sent me 3 different Mayfix figures, and he was like, "Could you put together a Red Hood using these 3 figures?" I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem."
You're like, "Absolutely, of course I can." What you talking about?
So yeah, exactly.
The recipe actually you have right here, and that's awesome. You put down the breakdown, so anybody out there that may want to try to recreate this, it says Mayfix Bale Batman 3.0 is the body and the arms. Hands, rifle, pistols, and back holster Mayfix Deadshot. Legs, Mayfix Batfleck. Shin holster and heads were printed and painted by yourself. So that's pretty awesome. And then here we get a couple posed up. I gotta say, like, man, like every single Red Hood that you do, bro, like it's so much different than the other. And like there's like small little minor tweaks, right? But it's like there's no wrong way to do a Red Hood, I feel like.
Exactly, yeah.
However you feel like it should be done is fine.
Yeah, I think in total I've done 9 complete Red Hoods. I have another one that I recently did. I didn't have time to take pictures on that one, so I'm just waiting for the client to send me some pictures so I can post that one up too.
And this is Grifter, correct?
Yeah.
Wildcats Image, or if you want to go DC more recently, he's a part
Cold
of DC.
Cash.
Yes. So with this is a beautiful figure, by the way, that you did here.
Oh, thanks.
Let me just show a couple of the images. Yeah, that's awesome. It's a shame that we don't have a really good modern version. I mean, the McFarlane one is okay, it's decent, but
I mean, not bad for $20, you know.
Yeah, exactly. If you do your own kit bash or kit bash or custom or whatever, you obviously got to sink a little bit more money in it, but it'll be much more worth it, I feel like, to have your definitive version of them.
Definitely, because you choose what you want, how you want it, and you just, sky's the limit.
Talking about how things you want, like how you want them. take your pick at Doctor Strange here.
Those are sculpted by Orbis22. I subscribe to his Patreon.
Oh, cool. And is that like one of the perks is that you get the files?
Yeah, he has like a different pack for every month that you subscribe to. So he'll like release and send you the head sculpts that he has for that month.
That's dope. Then we got something for the Revel Tech Arkham Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
believe it or not, that head sculpt, it took me a while to actually get it to print properly, just because it's a cosplay file helmet that I had to completely make solid in order for it to print properly. It took me some time.
Yeah, that's wild, man. And that's part of the thing, like when me and Clayton were talking so highly of you, right? Like I always like to talk highly of people, especially when I mess with them and I support them. You are a master at your craft, and I appreciate and I respect the fact that you will keep on going until you get it right. Like you're not willing to put out like a bullshit product. You know, there's no offense to some people, but like you definitely don't cut corners, and you make sure that it's like, you know, basically perfect before you send it off to somebody. So I appreciate that.
It also helps that I'm pretty stubborn about that.
Hey, dude, that's you know, that's something that not everybody has in them. Some people are willing to be like, it's good enough, but it's like, is it good enough, or are you just trying to get it done with? Like, come on.
Exactly.
So, I respect that. So the Geeky Background Check, that's what you're here for, right? We'll get back to sucking you off a little bit later again. So the Geeky Background Check is a gauntlet of questions, just basically questioning your geek card. Are you geek enough? So do you think you are?
Yes, definitely.
All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and start it off. Hopefully you pass. If not, I got to send you packing, all right?
Sounds good.
All righty. So where did it all start for you, your geekdom? All the geeky stuff, like was it something that started off when you were younger as a kid, or something recently? Who introduced it to you?
I grew up watching Power Rangers, the old school Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin specifically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I had a lot of the action figures, you know, the flip heads, the Megazord you can put together. You know, I even asked my mom to buy me the gloves that made the sound effects when you go, you know.
Oh. I remember that shit.
Yeah,
like the costumes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so I grew up with that, Batman the Animated Series, and of course, who hasn't watched Ninja Turtles? You know. So as an adult, you have access to adult money, so you know you end up buying stuff that you may not have been able to get as a kid, and you go through that phase like, oh, I had that, let me get that. And that's kind of how we're turned into buying action figures and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the dangerous thing, right? We're kind of like the kids now with money. Now we don't have to wait for our parents and be like, oh, can we get this? And it isn't like, oh, we'll see, or maybe next time. Is no, we got the funds, so let's get it. I feel you, man. I feel you. So our first segment that we talk about is comics. So are you into comics or manga?
A little bit. I can name my top maybe 3 favorite storylines of all time. Nightfall for DC, you know, the first appearance of Bane. It shows off Bane's intellect, and he's not just a big old husky
brute,
strong dude with no brains. No, he was a masterful tactician, you know. Next one would be obviously Under the Red Hood.
Of course.
And of course Hush.
Hush is great. Hush is
definitely
great.
So I'm definitely more of a DC guy.
I was just gonna say that. It seems like you're more of a DC guy, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
It's all good. There's definitely love over here from this side. Do you remember what your first comic was, and who got you into comics, or was it just like random?
I used to work for a mom and pop shop, and every now and then they would have just comic books that the owner didn't really care for. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting my first one was Batman and Spawn.
Batman and Spawn, the crossover?
Yeah.
The sweet ass cover with them jumping off.
That's the one.
Nice. Frank Miller.
Yeah. That's when I actually started reading comic books, and then I ended up getting the Marvel Unlimited subscription. So I started reading old school Spider-Man, and that's when I was like, oh, you know what? Reading this stuff is pretty cool.
What do you prefer, physical or the digital?
Personally, digital, because I could just, look up, oh, I want to see what happens next. Cool. I don't have to wait until like the physical one comes out or worry about storage, because that's pretty important where you're going to keep everything at,
Yeah. You're going to have, several thousand issues of comics.
Big old box filled up,
Yeah, that's what I have right now, because I'm more of a fan of the physical media. So I have video games and Blu-rays and comics, and I was just talking about this yesterday, man. Like, might have to start condensing shit, getting rid of some stuff. Yeah, for real. Because man, just to take up all that fucking space, man, it's fucking crazy. So as far as collectibles, you kind of hit on it a little bit, but what was your first collectible?
Like actual collectible? I would
or action figures, whatever. I mean, you said that it was the Fliphead Power Rangers, but was there anything else that was maybe before that, or your favorite of all time when you were a kid?
Just mostly that. But again, working at that mom and pop shop, the owner would buy collections and have it on the store, and because I was working there, guess who got first dibs?
You.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So
that is fucking sweet.
Yeah, I got my first Detolf, and I started filling it up pretty fast. I ended up buying a bunch of just Red Ranger stuff because he was my favorite one of them all.
That was your guy, Jason?
Yeah, that was my guy, Jason. Yep.
Nice. That's what's up, dude. My favorite version of Jason was always when Tommy gave him the shield. That's when he looked like the most badass. I was just like, dude, that's fucking... That was always so cool whenever he transferred it to somebody else. Like big time, like when he transferred it over to Zach as well. That was like, I can't remember if that was like, I can't remember how long it was. It was like very short lived, but I was just like, dude, that's always so cool and so awesome. So I always thought that was badass. What about anime? Are you into anime?
I love anime.
Okay. What was your first anime, and what's some of the more modern anime that you're watching right now? Like, what's on your what's your list looking like?
The first anime that I kind of started watching here and there was Ranma 1/2.
What is it called?
Ranma 1/2.
I've never heard of that.
It's that one where the guy, if he gets hot water on him, he turns into a girl.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty old anime.
Ranma 1/2. What the fuck? I've never heard of this before. Holy shit!
I guarantee you, if you look it up, you'll be like, "Oh, I recognize that now."
It looks somewhat familiar, but I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So he's the one that turns into the girl. His dad turns into a panda, and then like he has a bunch of girls that want to marry him, and so one of them turns into a cat, and his rival turns into a little pig. It's pretty hilarious.
You can't make this shit up, people. You can't make this shit up. So
there you go.
For the viewers, just so everybody could see it out there, I'm pulling it up on the share screen, and then we're going over some of the stuff. So who's the main character? Is it this guy with the red outfit? Okay.
That's Ranma, and the girl with the red hair is who he turns into.
Oh shit. Okay. If he gets wet?
Yeah, with hot water or cold water, I forget. It's been a while.
Okay.
It's very specific, yeah.
The chick?
And he gets into all kinds of hijinks depending on whether he transforms on purpose or if it's like random where somebody sprays water on him. He's like, oh crap.
Shit. That's crazy. So it's like opposite half. Oh, okay. Here goes all the other characters that we were talking about.
Yep.
That they turn into. That is fucking crazy. Ranma 1/2. Okay. That's crazy because this little flea dude looks like the little flea guy from Inuyasha. And it almost looks like the same type of animation style as well.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be like the same studio.
The little old guy's a huge perv, too.
When aren't they?
Yeah,
Master
exactly,
Roshi,
right?
Master Jiraiya, all the different animes. The old dudes are fucking pervs. Okay, so that was like your first anime. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's wild. That is
And the one I
crazy.
really got into was G Gundam.
Oh, dude, yes, yes,
I don't know, something
yes.
about that one. I think it's because how normally with other Gundam animes they pilot with the joysticks and whatnot. On
Mhm.
this one, they wore the bodysuit and whatever movements they did, the Gundam would do that, and I thought that
That's
was
what
pretty
was
cool.
dope because like a lot
Yeah.
of the pilots were actual like martial artists or fighters or knew some type of something,
Hmm.
and the Gundams actually mimicked them. It was a whole new aesthetic to Gundams and mechs and all that other shit.
Right.
Kind of influenced Pacific Rim in a way as well. I mean,
Hmm.
the suits,
Oh yeah, with the Neuralink and everything. Yeah,
yeah, very,
definitely.
very stealing from G Gundam, dude. But G Gundam was lightweight racist.
Oh, don't even get me started on Tequila Gundam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tequila Gundam. We always bring that up whenever anybody talks about G Gundam, how racist it is with G Gundam. The mustache, the
Hmm.
sombrero. I'm like, dude, really?
The
Really?
Gundam from Spain was a bull.
Yeah, very, very racist back in the day. I could say. I'm sure that they didn't mean it that way, and they were probably just like, oh, let's take little parts here and there from different
Yeah.
people's culture and shit. But yeah. So what's some of the more modern anime that you're watching right now? Like what's on your list, or what are you
Right
watching right now?
now, I just finished watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ooh, that's a great
Yeah,
top tier anime right there. We're only
I'm
one
waiting for
season
the
in, but
movie to
it's
come out, man, on Crunchyroll because I didn't
yeah,
get to
okay.
see it
So
in
you heard the
theaters.
news, right? It comes
Yeah,
out
it's
on the
coming.
11th.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I
All
can't
right.
wait.
Dude, really cannot wait for it to come out. I think what's the 11th? Is that Thursday? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so me and my daughter were talking about it. I first seen the thing and it just said like, oh, coming to Crunchyroll. So I was like, I straight went over to like the app and I was like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And I was like, then I like read the full post and I was like, fuck, gotta wait till like a couple more days. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah,
Because
I
I,
didn't
I
get to see it in
miss
theaters, so I'm pretty excited.
yeah, I missed out just like you, man. I wish that they would leave the anime movies in theaters longer than 2 or 3 weeks. I wish they would
At
do
least a
a
month,
longer. I feel like as well because I was trying to coordinate with my brothers, and like we, for the life of us, we just couldn't coordinate. And then my brothers were like, one of them watched it like on a Thursday, the other one watched it on a Friday. I was like, well, what the? I was like, okay, well, fuck it, I'll
There's no
watch it
point, huh?
tomorrow on a Saturday, and then the last day was like that Friday, and I was like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I missed out. I was like, damn, I missed it by like one day. I was like, son of a bitch. I
Damn.
was like, oh well. So gaming is our next section, and are you into gaming right now? Are you not into gaming?
I'm currently playing Persona 5 Royale.
Persona 5. Okay, I have
Yeah.
never personally played it, but I do know of Joker from Smash Brothers. So
Yeah. Yeah, my brother got me into it because I was playing Final Fantasy VII. It was free for PlayStation Plus members, but mine expired. So I just went up to him and was like, "Hey, man, you got any RPGs I can play?" He's like, "Yeah, why don't you try out this one?" I'm like, "All right, I'll give it a shot." I got hooked instantly. So that's all I'm playing right now.
gotcha. What was your first system?
My first system was a Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis. Man, that was my first console as well, man. That was a great system. Great, great, great system.
Hell yeah,
I
it was.
remember
Sonic the
what
Hedgehog.
was it? Altered Beast, I think that's what it was called. You remember that one where you
Rise
turn
from
into
your grave.
yeah, you turn into like the werewolves and shit. Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
I'm low key waiting for Storm Collectibles to be like, "Hey, got some Alter Beats for you."
Dude, if they do that, oh my god, I am so down for that.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome. But so you kind of heard like the bullshit with Storm Collectibles, right?
Yeah, pretty. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That's what I was saying, man.
I have a local supporter, a local seller that who I get my collectibles from, and he's like, "I don't know what's gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
Those shipping fees they stack up.
Yeah, and they're saying that they're only going to go through BBTS now.
Big bad toy slow.
Yeah. all good. And then from gaming, we would go over to TV and movies. What's some of your favorite TV series and or movie series?
So for movies, my favorite movie series of all time would be the Terminator movies. Or pretty much anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, He's one of my favorite actors.
Absolutely, man. He was like the, hero of the 80s and stuff like that. He's the guy that set the blueprint, exactly. I feel like.
Oh yeah, so many iconic movies, especially, Predator. That's a big one right there.
Predator #1. I just showed that to the kids for the first time ever, actually. Like, I could have sworn they watched it before, but they said no. Maybe they weren't paying attention, or maybe they were too young to remember. But I showed it to them because how Prey came out this weekend. I was like, yeah, so this is the one that, said it all, put everything in motion. And both my kids were like, holy crap, he's huge. And I was like, right?
Especially the handshake scene,
Oh, I was telling my daughter, I was like, that's the most manliest handshake in the world, like in existence. And she's like, what are you talking about? And then like, I like replayed the scene because she wasn't fully paying attention. She's like, holy shit. And I was like, right?
Did you ever see the YouTube video of that handshake, but with the Guile theme song in the background?
Yes. I've seen that. And then I think there's another one with like an explosion after and like an American Eagle and all kinds of other shit as well, like America type of shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? But I just love that, man, because like, Dylan, you son of a bitch. And then just both of them clap. It's like
and then they zoom in on the biceps.
Yeah, it's like a perfect clap, first off. So like that was like chef's kiss perfect. Because like, like when you kind of fuck it up and you're like, damn, you want to kind of get it perfect. So they got it perfect. And then both biceps were just like, ugh.
I don't think you could recreate that,
No, there's no way, man. Nobody would ever be able to recreate that. The Rock and who else? The Rock and The Rock?
The Rock and John Cena?
Yeah, there we go. The Rock and John Cena, I guess, right? Yeah. But I feel like it still wouldn't be as good as Carl Weathers and fucking Arnold. It just
close,
can't.
But it wouldn't top it for sure.
No, not at all. They're not touching that. So cool, dude. That's what's up. And I definitely say that you do pass, and look out for your membership card in the mail. It'll get to you soon, eventually, maybe, probably never. So,
I'll take a digital.
Man, right? Yeah, do a digital version. You like digital stuff, right? I'll do a little NFT.
Yep. I see you have a Rebel Tech Arkham Knight in your hand.
Yes, sir.
I do too.
Nice. So the head sculpt is the first thing that I got from you, and when I got the figure, I was like, it's definitely lacking. It needs to get like upgraded. It needs to get something sexy that says, Red Hood. So I was like, well, who better than, Raul, the dude who does all the Red Hood stuff. I was like, I've been seeing him for months, if not like I'm telling you, like a year. I know, like I would always like your stuff. I just never bought any of it and stuff like that. And when I did, I was just like, holy crap, man! Like this is a beautiful head sculpt. And I talked so highly of you and all your product and stuff like that to all the other guys. And then Clayton came on, and then both of us just got to talking. And then you had also showed me the little mod of taking off the collar.
Oh, right? Yeah. You get so much range.
Yeah, you get way more range with that. So, like, it looks way better with
and he honestly doesn't need it.
He doesn't. But if you want to get that little extra, sure, why not? So, and then, I got this rifle from you. Also got, these aren't your guns. I'm sorry, I have your guns set aside. But these are the ones, can't remember who the other dude was. But, your guns are fucking great, though, dude.
Thank you.
There goes the connecting the two guns.
That took me about maybe 6 attempts to finally get the perfect size.
Really?
Yeah. It was always too small. So I had to always upscale until I finally got the size I wanted.
It looks great. To me, it looks great. And you're definitely not getting this shit with McFarlane, since the whole entire DC No Guns thing.
The same thing with any company for DC figures.
Yeah, just they're not. Yeah, they're not going to do McFarlane, Mayfex, Revoltech, whatever in the fuck. You're not
Yeah,
getting
because
any guns.
the last Revoltech DC figure that had guns was the Deathstroke.
Yep.
Yep.
And that was like 4 years ago now. At this point, I think 2018, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah, you're right. That was the last Revoltech that had guns. They just, for whatever reason, they don't want their figures sold with guns anymore. And I was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, I was just like, yo, I want one always as Red Hood. So I was like, he's gonna need, an actual legit Red Hood fucking mask. He's gonna need some guns, and I was like, well, one's gonna stay as Arkham Knight, and he's gonna definitely need his fucking, his gun, the big boy over there, the connectable guns. So I was like, who better than you? So
I like that you went with that one too. Everybody usually picks the Rebirth version for their Red Hood.
Really?
Yeah, they go with this one right here.
Yeah, that one's a good one, man.
Well, minus the damage.
Yeah. It's definitely a good one. I think I have. Didn't DC Collectibles do a version, right? Or there's something similar to that one? Like the is it not the icons, but the
Essentials?
Yeah, the Essentials. Didn't the Essentials do something similar to that one?
No, they ended up doing like their own version of that one.
Okay, got you. I thought it was like close to the Rebirth, but like I have another. Where's my other?
Maybe the McFarlane is the one you're thinking about.
No, because the Essentials, I know that they have a Red Hood close to that one. I think it's a Red Hood close. Or, anyways, that was the other Red Hood helmet that I have. But I was like, I don't want to use that one for this. I was like, I definitely want something else. And just this version is. I mean, I never seen it in the comics, but I was like, I like this version, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was like, whoever designed that and made that, I was like, that's dope as hell. And I was like, I know that I could get it from Raul, so let me get it. Because I remember I asked you, I was like, can I get something from you? And you're like, yeah, but like, which one do you want? And I was like, fuck. You showed me, I think, like 8 different options. I was like, fuck, I kind of want them all, but I was like, my pocket can't afford it.
The wallet says otherwise.
Yeah. So I was just like, God damn. But yeah, man, I mean, you're mostly known for, I think, Red Hood, right? I would say for the most part, but you definitely do other things. Like here goes your Taskmaster that you sent me. Sorry, man, I still haven't painted this up yet, but
you're a busy guy. No worries.
Yeah. So there goes the Red Hood. Here goes Daredevil as well. Mm-hmm. Hopefully the camera's picking that up decently.
Are you gonna paint that one yellow?
Nah, I'm not, man. I'm not a huge fan of the yellow suit, to be honest. I'm gonna do it red. Even though, with Daredevil showing up in the yellow suit for She-Hulk, I'm not a huge fan. This one I definitely need to do because I want to. Shit, where's that way? I never get the shit down right. There we go. The Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah, he's smirking.
Yeah, but just for the Mezco, just because I have the Mezco version, and I kind of did like my own version. Like I use parts from the different Mezcos that have been released, like mainly just a trench coat with the MDX version. I really like that version, but I was like, I need a Wesley head, and the fact that you sent me one, dope as fuck, man. I was just like, oh hell yeah, I can't wait.
What's funny about that Mezcal blade is I ended up getting one to turn into a Red Hood, but I like the figure so much I just left it as is.
It's a really nice figure, dude.
It is.
It does work. People have used them as Red Hood, Snake Eyes, a bunch of different shit. Mm-hmm. It's just a really good base. And then Khonshu head. These are all done by my boy Raul. Then the other one, I have in my detail if I forgot to pull them out. But you altered, what was it? Overwatch, right? Overwatch Reaper figure or mask or something like that.
Oh, for the
other Khonshu looking
one, right?
Yeah, the crow head. That's the one that I have on my Moon Knight right now. So my boy, he used something. What was it, like a file for
It
Overwatch, like
was
an alternate skin?
yeah, it was a Pepakura file if I remember. And I asked the artist like, "Is there any way you can make this into like a solid 3D object?" And she was really nice. She was like, "Yeah, sure. Just give me a day." And after that, I was able to mod it for action figures because I wanted an alternate head for Doc Nocturnal.
Yeah, that could definitely work, like the plague mask looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Yes. Let's actually go back to your page so we can show off some of the stuff to the peoples. So here goes some of the grifter heads right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, dude, you're reasonably priced as well. Like 20
Thank
for
you.
unpainted sculpt, 3 for 55. That's not bad at all. Like that's pretty good. Because some people, they want like, $40 for unpainted head and like
That's too much.
60,
I mean,
70 bucks
I'd understand
for a
if it was
painted
like a really big print. I'd understand that, but for something small, come on.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, here goes a bunch of the Moon Knight ones that we were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that eventually we would pull it up. So like the Khonshu head, the crow looking head, that's actually technically from Overwatch, but it could work. It could definitely work. I like it. The Isaac head, and then the Mr. Knight and Moon Knight. They look great, man.
Thank you.
I remember I fell in love with those two, and I was just like, holy shit. Oh shit, my bad. One of my favorite characters, Red X. I love this guy.
That one was really fun to put together.
So this was like a little kit that you did as well?
Yeah, I just grabbed a bunch of random armor pieces that I had, and I was like, you know what? I bought this Night Monkey for a reason. I wanted to make another custom with it because the first one I ended up getting, I used it to make a Damian Wayne. But this one, I was like, this is perfect for Red X, so I'm going to get started on that.
I bought 2, and I did 1. I was originally going to do 1 as Damian Wayne, and then I ended up turning it into a Mandalorian.
Nice.
Which was crazy, because my Black Series broke at the leg. So I was like, fuck. I was like, well, I don't want it to just go to waste. So I was like, these actually fit perfectly on this guy with like no real mods needed. I was like, whatever, fuck it. So like I salvaged all the armor and I just put it on that figure, and it looks pretty good, pretty decent. But I do have another one, and I can't figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I'm like, should I do the Damien? I don't know. So this is one of the other head sculpts that you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine that this Reveltech got you a little bit of business, right?
Oh, it definitely did.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, there's so many different ways and options to display this guy. However, like you said, or like I said earlier, like each Red Hood is kind of unique. It's a different way. Here goes a Talon head, which that's pretty awesome. This looks a lot better than the one that we're getting from the McFarlane.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm still gonna get that one, but I'm gonna pop that one on there.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. Ooh, that actually looks. I completely forgot that you're the one who did this. You put the Talon head on top of that Snake Eyes, because I just got that Snake Eyes today for like $10 from GameStop.
Oh, nice.
So I might actually be like, hey, Raul, got any more of those heads?
I got you, man. I got you.
That's dope. That is really fucking dope. And then, is that a Cyrex in the background?
Yes, sir, it is.
Damn.
Yep. I still don't know what to do with that thing. I have 3 different options. I just don't know what to go with yet.
Gonna make a brute Talon?
Probably, you know.
A brute-sized Talon?
Yeah.
So, I gotta say, man, it's pretty awesome that you make your own action figures, man. Like, because it's kind of lacking out there. Like some of the companies, it's a little lacking. Let's be honest. DC is a really cool IP. Their characters are very unique. It's just that all their figures aren't necessarily treated the best all the time because, Marvel Legends is thriving. Right? It's thriving, and we're getting deep cuts. DC McFarlane is doing pretty decent. Could be better. Let's be honest. Where it's at, I feel like more is mainly the Revoltech, the Mafex, but they only do certain interpretations. I just appreciate the fact that you're giving people options to bring in their favorite characters and or versions of these characters to life. That you're doing awesome things like this. Like, dude, 5 different heads of Pattinson, right?
Yeah.
Because the only thing is the McFarlane, and it's okay, especially for like the $20-$25 that they're charging. And like we're not going to get the Mezco till 2025. We're not going to get the Mafex till 2024.
I was going to get pushed back so many times.
Figuarts we may get next year, but it's like, yeah. You're giving people an option, which is nice. Here goes. I got this full weapon set. I got the same exact set from you because I remember I did get the same knife, these guns, and then this pistol. So they're great. They look fucking phenomenal. Which version of the Red Hood is this?
That one's supposed to be based on the it's supposed to be the Arkham Knight hybrid, like is this one but with eyes in it.
Oh, okay.
So gotcha. I found a cosplay file of that, and same thing, make it solid, I peg hole to it, and make it fit.
Yeah. So the Mezco hands fit on there perfectly.
No
necessary.
Yeah. They just peg right on.
I'm gonna have to mess with that, man, because I'm still using the Revoltech hands. It's not that they're bad or anything, but I think the Mezco ones could be better because they have more expressive hands.
Oh yeah, you get options. Yeah, I got those on right now.
Yeah, because I have a bunch of the Gomez ones. Yeah, that might actually end up doing better. Okay, for sure.
Especially if you got those new pink skulls, they added new hands.
I did not get those, guys. I should have. I'm on the wait list. I missed it.
Same here.
I missed it. Yeah, I was at work, unfortunately. Sons of bitches. Yeah. And unfortunately, my clients are very demanding of me. They don't give me time. Why can't they just wait, Just wait. Let me get the action figures first. Shit. Sons of bitches. So selfish. But yeah, man, is there anything else that you want to talk about? I just wanted to get you on here so you could talk about you and talk about your product and everything else. I do have some questions if you want to get into that in a little bit.
Let's do it.
Okay, I was just wondering, man, like if, say, money isn't an issue, right? And like all the files exist, any file that you want to exist does exist. What's the first action figure that you're producing? Could be any IP, comic, anime, whatever the case may be. If you could create an action figure from scratch, do it exactly how you want. What are you making? What version? I'm kind of interested.
That is a loaded question.
I know it is. I definitely know.
Very loaded, actually.
It's hard for creatives because it's like, where do you start?
Yeah, it's just.
And how do you pick just one?
Out there. Oh, what hasn't been made yet? Like, practically everything's been made. I don't have an answer for that. Actually,
I got something actually ready to go. If you don't mind,
go ahead.
If I had money and I could create my own action figures and print everything, and I would want a articulated version of Street Sharks.
Oh, yes,
I think that would be the next property that I would want done is Street Sharks. And the fact that Storm Collectibles kind of did that one like little GIF, so many people grabbed at that, and I did too. I'm guilty of it. And I was like, is this possibly like the revamp of Street Sharks, are we gonna get this? Like maybe, possibly. And I mean, we haven't heard shit. It's just been crickets. They could have just been messing with everybody and just using the GIF. But so many people, when they did that, they were like, "Please do Street Sharks." I was one of them.
Yeah, didn't Super 7 also tease us with that? And they ended up just being those 5-point figures that were like never released.
Mattel, but yeah, they just did those concept fucking turtles, whatever thing. I mean, the turtles, Jesus, sharks. Yeah, there was like one shark, one of the villains, and one of the lackeys. It was 3 of them. I didn't even bother getting those. I was like, I'm way good off this shit.
Okay, let me ask you this. So, Street Sharks, right? Would you also take Extreme Dinosaurs to go along with those?
Sure, give it to me. That's the next thing after. That'd be like wave 2 or wave 3. Start introducing Extreme Dinosaurs.
I love that crossover episode. It was so good.
Because they would have to obviously give us the main 4 Street Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the Piranha and the Lobster, and then Dr. Paradigm. So that's 7. And then they have all the other mutated guys along the way, like Moby Lick, the Manta Ray dude. Then there was like the Rock and Roll Shark. I fucking don't even remember their goddamn names, bro. But like, then they have like all the different forms, you know, like Slamus with the gloves and this and that. Like, I'm not saying that they have to do each different version of each of the main sharks, but if they went full in of every character, I'd probably go in with each character. If a company was to produce that, or shit, I mean, if I could make that shit happen, I would, man. That'd be fucking amazing. And if there's a way to keep it around like $40, $35 to $40 a figure, with like alternate or extra hands and accessories and this and that, that'd be ideal right there. Primo, like $35 a figure.
I have an answer to your question now. It just came up right now.
Let's go.
I was looking at that picture that you're showing off right there, the Ryu and Cyclops. Instantly, we need some Marvel's Capcom figures.
Dude, yes.
I want a Captain Commando so bad.
They all need to be in scale.
Hell yeah. I need Captain Commando. I need Strider Kiryu. Who else? Anybody else, honestly. That game is legendary.
Yeah, if they just did the whole entire roster of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I'd be perfectly fine with that. But like, have
you know who should be in charge of that,
have the whole entire line made, just like you're gonna say, just like one person producing it and everything being scaled together.
You know who that would be? Storm Collectibles.
I'd be fine with that if they actually kept the same scale with everybody.
At this point, I think now they finally got to the point where they just said, you know what, this is our scale now. Because when they first started, remember how the ninjas were actually somewhat Mezco legend sized?
They were a little bit, they were like a little bit bigger, a tad bit bigger, but now they're fucking like a lot bigger.
Yeah, at that point, they just said, you know what, let's just do our own scale.
Yeah,
and I'd be fine with that, you know, because you could tell they really put all their efforts into those action figures, all the extra hands, the special effects, and all the alternate heads that you get with them as well.
I would be completely 100% fine if they were to do it, but I would want them to create everybody and it to be in their scale. But could you imagine them doing a Sentinel in scale? Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. That's easily like a $400 fig, bro.
People would buy it.
And then Juggernaut and Hulk, they were fucking massive.
You know what? They might be able to do it. They might do it because what's their most recent big one? Wasn't it the Death Adder?
Oh yeah. And that was like huge. What, like 150? Yeah, I mean, just use that, just paint that dude green and slap a Hulk head on there, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely down with that and fine with that, but it's just like, man. Yeah, that's a good one. That would be dope to finally get a proper Marvel vs. Capcom 2 line. And like to get all the characters, that would be awesome as fuck.
I'm pretty sure licensing would be a huge issue with the Marvel side anyway.
I think that's the whole entire reason why we don't get, um, like the figures and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, like, how are we gonna have somebody produce Zangief, Wolverine, Thanos, Silver Samurai, Spiral, Sakura, Akuma, Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, all these other, and it all be under the same banner. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, I want more money, and then they shouldn't get as much. But it all has to do with greed, man.
Oh yeah.
All has to do with greed, because like Hasbro will be like, nah, because we got the Marvel rights, we want our cut. If we're loaning out our IP because they're supposed to be our action figures. So it's just a bunch of BS, which is unfortunate, because the people that lose out are us.
Exactly.
It's not really the corporations.
We would definitely support the line for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Have you seen the Jada Toys Street Fighter figures?
I need that Fei Long.
Fei Long looks dope, dude. Fei Long looks dope. But I know that Storm Collectibles is doing one too. Or at least they teased one. They had a little standee at Comic-Con. Same thing with Blanca. I was like, damn, I'm probably going to need that Blanca whenever they make one.
Do you have the figure arts one?
I don't. So like early on, because I was doing both. I was like doing all Storm Collectibles and all figure arts, and I was like, I need to pick one or the other. So I tossed the figure arts, and I was like, I'm doing Storm Collectibles.
Nice.
So I don't have my long answer to just say no. I don't have that one.
Oh, okay.
Do you
I cherry pick with those two lines. For sure, I have Ryu, Chun-Li, Akuma, Blanca. I have Vega. I had to have Vega. He's my main one.
I love Vega, and I wish Storm Collectibles would do a fucking Vega. I could see them actually killing Dalsum as well. I could see them doing some type of gimmick where they have like an elongated arm. Oh my god, that would be fucking. Oh my god, that would look amazing.
I think
I would lose my shit.
For me, would be the first one I would pre-order directly off of them, just because I would want that in my house ASAP.
Yeah, for sure. And they have to have like mask, and then you could take off the mask, and it could be like a little accessory and everything like that. And then of course he has to have his claws and all that other shit. I would also.
And since they were doing like the Street Fighter 2 line, a lot of those came with like the beat up heads.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, his mask would be all messed up, and the claw would
like
be broken.
Dented and shit. Yeah. Just like on the continue screen. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's all fucked up. Yeah. I would definitely want that, dude. It's actually kind of a shame that they never put him in the Marvel vs. Capcom game.
I was just about to say that.
Because I was like, damn, like him versus Wolverine. Because they both have claws,
Or put them together when it work as a team.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like, why wouldn't they do that? And then was Sabretooth in the game? I can't remember.
Yes.
He was right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So yeah, they could have did like some type of like special combo thing, like when it was Vega, Wolverine, and Sabretooth, or Wolverine. Because I don't think Blanca was in there either. If they would have did something Wolverine, Blanca, and Sabretooth as a team, that writes itself, man. They're all like animalistic.
Team Claw.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why not? They missed out, bro. They definitely missed out when they were doing that.
Are you a big fighting game fan?
I ship mainly fighters. I hate shooting games. I hate shooters. I suck at shooters.
Same.
Yeah, I prefer fighters over shooters. And then like I'm cool with like RPGs and other things like that, like open world stuff, like what's it called? Like the Zelda games, Devil May Cry, God of War, things like that. I'll play as well. But if I'm just gonna grab a game, I'm gonna grab a fighter over a shooter all day, every day.
Definitely.
What's your favorite fighter of all time?
Capcom versus SNK2.
Capcom versus Okay. I can't remember which one that one. Capcom versus SNK.
Check it out, man. The sprite work for that game is amazing.
I'm gonna look this up right now. I know that I had one on Neo Geo. Was that the first one?
No, I think the first one came out for the PlayStation 1.
Was it?
Yeah. It was Capcom versus SNK, the first one.
Oh, dude, that looks fucking amazing. I'm looking at it right now. The SNK2 sprites. Let me see it. Neo Geo. Yeah, because I played. Oh, it was called Match of the Millennium. SNK versus Capcom. That's the one that I played on Neo Geo. The Match of the Millennium. Dude, that shit was so fucking fire. And like, dude, like fucking, I tried to like buy that shit. I remember like a couple years ago before like retro gaming went up in price, and people wanted like $200 for that thing, for the Neo Geo. And I was like, what the fuck, for a handheld? That's insane. But that shit was so fucking. Did you ever play that one? Match of the Millennium? SNK versus Capcom?
Oh, is that the one where like all the sprites were based on SNK sprites? Yeah, I did play that one.
You did play that?
That's the one that they added the alien, right, from Metal Slug?
Yes.
Or was that SBC Chaos? I don't remember.
No, I think it was this one. And then so depending on like who your main character was, if it was like a Capcom or a SNK character, that basically dictated who you're gonna like your second to last and your last boss were gonna be.
Yeah, I remember.
So like if you picked a Capcom main character to lead your team, then you had like a SNK boss at the end. But if you picked SNK, then you're gonna have it was always a Kuma at the end. That's who you're gonna fight at the end. You're gonna fight a Kuma.
Bison's sprite in that game looked kind of weird.
It did. Oddly,
it looked really weird.
For whatever reason, he wasn't the final boss. It was Akuma for whatever reason. I was like, huh, okay, well, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was weird. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Alrighty.
Speaking of fighting games, did you ever tinker with Mugen?
What is that? I'm sorry.
So it's basically you build your own fighting game on your PC. You get to download whatever stages, whatever characters you want, life bars, backgrounds. You can even choose the music for the stages.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, this was a big deal a couple years back where you could just download the engine and you just download the characters and everything else that you want on there. And people would even make their own characters or beef up certain characters that already exist. So it was everybody versus everybody.
Oh, I'm seeing a Goku versus Ronald McDonald as the first image.
Oh yeah, that happened.
What the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna share
Somebody
this.
made a Peter Griffin that you can't play as well.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There you go.
What?
Look at that character selection screen.
Holy shit. That is insane. There is so many characters. Let me see. Shit, can I not blow that up? I gotta go to a different screen to blow it up. But dude, that is... Holy shit. That's... So like, would each person's thing be different? And you could add as many people as you want?
Yeah, it was mostly just local. I don't think they ever figured out how to do online on that thing. So it's mostly like just invite people over. Hey, you want to play some Mugen?
It was Mugen Souls? That's what it was?
No, just Mugen.
Oh, just Mugen. Oh, okay, those are different games then.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Angry Bird.
Super Mario and Homer Simpson versus Superman and Goku. What the fuck?
And they're fighting at Bikini Bottom.
Wow, this is insane, dude. I never knew about this. Wow, you're blowing my mind right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, you plug in your controllers to your PC and you just start going at it.
Shit, my brothers do PC gaming. I'm gonna be like, hey, let's bring this back. If it's still supported, you know.
I think it is just like I remember there's certain characters that got shut down. I guess because the websites that were hosting them are no longer in service. So if you missed out, you missed out, kind of thing, you know.
That
And
makes
people
sense.
would also take certain sprites of characters that already exist and make a new character out of that.
Like a new
That's where you get that
form
Superman from. If you notice, Superman's stance is just like Magneto.
It did look like from the Capcom, from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Same type of stance where he's like kind of like floating a little bit. So, do you have anything in the works right now for in the future? Anything that you're working on that you haven't currently released, or?
I have a ton, dude. Right now, I'm trying to finish up this Brock Samson.
Then go ahead.
From the Venture Brothers.
Is that 1/6 scale?
No.
Oh, that's 1/12. Oh yeah, he's just a big motherfucker. That's what it is.
Yeah, I have this one sized for the Hasbro Meowscles.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense.
Because you know he had little scrawny legs, so
really tiny, like a big upper body, barrel chested.
Yeah, definitely.
Huge arms.
I had Oribus sculpt me a Taskmaster head that came with the Marvel Select, and you know the Marvel Select is pretty huge, so I figured if I could get that in a 3D file, I could just size it to whatever.
That is nice. That's sweet. I like that a lot.
Thanks.
Let me know if you get that to 1/12. I might have to get that off of you as well.
It is. It already is.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to buy that off of you. Buy one off of you.
DM me later. We'll talk.
Yes, sir. That's dope.
I also need to finish this Outlaw Red Hood.
Dude, I've always wanted to do something kind of like that. I took one of the Storm Collectibles masks, and I just never got around to trying to like alter it and like mess with it to try to get on. Like, I don't know how to do it to like basically go on and off. I was trying to figure out a way to go on, stay intact without like just permanently being glued on and stuff like that. So I was going to try to figure something out. Sticky tack?
Yeah, it's not permanent.
Yeah. Because I had somebody make a cast of the Storm Collectibles one.
That too.
Like the little mask thing.
Yeah. I was actually working on Arkham Nighthead for the McFarlane. Where is he? Well, anyways, I was trying out this micro mask stuff, and I think I left it on there too long. So when I peeled it off, it just fucked up my paint job.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, it ripped right off.
Part of it off, huh?
Yeah, I gotta start over.
For people that are wanting to like learn how to paint, like say like metallic colors, what's the best thing that you could tell them for?
Start with the silver or chrome base, and just paint on top of that.
Paint on top of that.
Yeah, like get a clear color because you want that metal to shine through.
So, would you recommend them laying down like some type of like gray or black first before the chrome, or just go straight on to the chrome?
Yeah. If you want that shine, go with the gloss black.
A primer, right? Primer.
A primer or base color. Everybody
base color. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
like
with
a gloss?
gloss black. Yeah, gloss black, and then you lay down your chrome or silver, and then lastly your clear color of whatever you're gonna do, whether it's gold, blue, green, etc., etc.
So I'm sorry, like what's a clear color? Is there like specific clear paint?
So like for like clear red, it comes off like you can see through it basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I did not know that. Like,
oh yeah. So just get yourself that, and whatever you have underneath, it'll pop through. So if you have like a really sparkly or flaky silver, when you lay your clear color on top of that, it'll grab that as well, and that's going to be your final finish.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And would you put that down in multiple layers or just do the one layer?
It depends how deep you want that color. Like if you just do one layer, it'll be kind of like transparent. So the more you tack on there, then it'll come out a little bit better than that. Gotcha. Like I think I have some, I can show you as an example. So this one right here.
That's one of your awesome concepts. That like that's your original character type of thing, right?
Yeah, see, like about 3D printing, what's really cool is that you can take files and you can kit bash files, and that's what I did here. I added the side pieces here and then the crest itself. So, like a Gundam inspired Red Hood.
That's dope.
So that's
what's
one
the
layer
character's name?
of clear red. After maybe, I did a poll asking people, hey, what would you name this guy? And we settled on Burning Hood.
Burning Hood. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. So after like maybe 3 or 4 coats of red, it's a little. My lighting sucks here though.
I can blow it up too. There we go. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
It's a little deeper. Maybe you see them side by side. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. So it's just preference, tack on as much as you can or not.
Yeah.
Entirely up to you.
Just for some of those people out there who may not know. I know I don't know. I'm just being honest. It's been a while since I dabbled in anything like as far as like painting and stuff. It's been a while. And
what was the last thing you painted?
Last thing that I painted, I want to say is this Red Hood I did right here.
Oh, nice.
I used a Fortnite figure or whatever that, like, I can't remember what the hell it was called, but like the cool thing about it is they came with a bunch of different face plates, right, that like went on. That's kind of cool.
Oh, it's a Jazzwares.
Yeah, one of the Jazzwares ones. So I used this one because he had like a bunch of different expressions as well, and I did all of them too.
Well, that's
because
really
there's
cool.
one that's like more of like a quizzical look. But yeah, I just used like part of a Mezco cape, so kind of like that pleather. I feel like it's, okay, because he's not a big dude. Added a couple bandoliers with some bullets and something for a gun, and I have him a gun right there. This was like years ago that I did this.
That one came from that Marvel Legends Scourge, huh?
I believe so. I'm like, I don't even remember now at this point, to be honest.
I recognize it.
Is that what it is? Okay. I was like, I know that it came from somewhere. I'm not
Scourge
sure.
/ Demolition Man, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, right. And then so I just
Onslaught Wave.
Yeah. So I blacked out basically all the armor, add some gray dry brushing on the shoulder pads and everywhere, just a little bit of wear and tear. Did the X right there on his chest. And then, like I said,
you
like
gotta show me some close-ups later.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been like, I want to say close to a year or so. Because I know that I did this before I moved, and I'm almost like here at my new place for like almost a year now. So I did this a couple months before I moved. So
nice.
That was the last thing. I want to say maybe like I did it over the course of one weekend because like I was like really focusing on it.
Oh, so, yeah. You're in the zone, huh?
Yes, sir. Like when you're in the zone, you're definitely in the zone. And when you're not in the zone, it's like kind of a daunting task. Like, fuck, this is going to take hours. I got to prep and possibly like shave down any areas that there might be like rub and this and that. I don't even want to deal with that shit right now.
That's actually one of the reasons why I ended up switching over to soft good customs, because it's just the prep work for like a Legends body or a Mattel body. It takes forever.
Yeah, I guess, the soft goods would be way easier. You don't have to worry about the rub, right?
Mm-hmm. Just get the clothes and slap it on there.
Yeah, that's just the bitch though, right? It's just getting the template right, making sure that you sew it properly. Mm-hmm. Probably poke yourself a million times till you learn how to sew properly. Or have a machine to do it.
You want it.
A little crooked, like shit. Gotta undo the stitch a little bit. So, dude, like my most frustrating custom I've ever done. It was, I don't have it with me. It's actually downstairs in my storage. So before McFarlane gave us, the most recent spawns, I want to say about like a year and a half to 2 years before he gave us that, I made a 1/12 scale spawn. That was my version. I used a prowler head that I repainted, and I think I used, if I'm not mistaken, the Sunfire. Yeah, I used the Sunfire body. I just dyed it all black, and then I just painted and touched it all up black, and did some sculpting on it for the M, for the skull logo on his belt, a bunch of other shit, and I was letting it sit out because I primered everything. It was all black. I was getting it ready to just check if there's any more paint rub. Had it sitting out while I was at work. When I got home, I don't know how, but at some point, somehow, it fell off my kitchen table, got onto the floor. My puppy, that he was a new puppy, maybe only about 6 months, 7 months. He chewed one of the arms off at the bicep, so I couldn't even use it anymore. That whole entire arm, I had to find a new arm. And then he chewed off a whole entire leg, one leg, and then he had chewed off just the sculpt, because I sculpted the kind of like the boot with the spikes.
Yeah.
He chewed off all of that stuff as well. And I was just like,
that's heartbreaking.
Fuck. Dude, it looked so nice, and I was so content with how it was getting and how the sculpt worked, because I re-sculpted the stuff like 2 or 3 different times because it wasn't quite how I wanted, and it was finally getting to the point that I wanted. And I was defeated, bro. I was so hurt. And when I did it all again, I was like, this is good, but I felt like it's not as good as the first time when my puppy chewed it up. And I was just like, for whatever reason, I felt like it wasn't as good. I think it was more like in my head, but I was just like, damn, dude, that was the most frustrating one I had ever did. And that was a total of like 2 months. 2 months.
Damn. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was, man. And just like in that one day, it sent me back to square one, basically. It's just like, fuck.
For me, my most frustrating one was I made a Dr. Doom way before Hasbro announced their new one. Mm-hmm. And I put a ton of effort in this one. Like, I actually sat down and re-sculpted a ton of stuff. I was using a Spider UK body. I was using Marvel Select Dr. Doom parts. Mm-hmm. And I got it all done. I ended up getting they have these Gundam hands that you can actually buy for your kits. So they're like expressive hands, gun holding hands, fists.
I remember those, yes.
So I incorporated all of that into it. And then like a week later, Hasbro was like, hey, we got Dr. Doom.
You sons of bitches.
Like, cool. This is why I don't make Marvel Legend customs.
Because eventually they're going to release it.
Exactly. I said, never mind, I'm done.
You're better off just sticking to DC stuff.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I found myself doing more of my kit bashes and customs and things like that were DC. Mm-hmm. They were DC because I feel like, we didn't, at the time, we weren't really getting that much stuff. Like, I have a Red Hood, and at the time, we didn't have the essentials yet. And even the essentials I didn't really like, I didn't care for. That wasn't my version of Red Hood in my head. We didn't have the Revel Tech, and then the DC collectible stuff, those were statues, and I didn't really care for those. They couldn't really...
Don't remind me of that new 52 Red Hood with the super fragile blades.
Yeah, dude, that is such a whack-ass design for me, too. I'm like, I don't like that shit.
They give them lips.
I don't understand why they did... I feel like a mask shouldn't have lips. Like
exactly.
If it's like, what? How does that make sense? But then again, if you want to talk about makes sense, we idolized the Green Ranger who had lips that played a fucking flute that sounded like a fucking whatever the fuck it sounded like. Yeah. Somehow he was able to. Yeah, somehow he was able to blow through the mask. So you want to talk about how the shit not make sense? So. Oh,
Tell me about it. We don't really even notice that until like now somebody points it out. Like, oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, nobody was able to tell me nothing back when we were like 5, 6, watching that shit. I would have been like, I don't care, let's fight, bro.
I'm the Green Ranger. No, I am.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, me and my brothers, we used to call dibs on stuff like that. I'd be like, I'm Green Ranger. And then be like, no, I'm the Green Ranger. I said it first. Be like, oh. Then everybody was fighting and pushing each other and shit like that. Yeah.
I would do that with my brother whenever it came to fighting games. I'm like, you can't use that guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Don't pick him.
Or player 1, player 2.
Oh, yeah. I was always on the left screen. But it's my system. I don't care. I'm always on the left. Come on now.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Was there anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered all the bases. Can I do a shameless plug?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, go for it. Absolutely, go for it.
All right. So, my wife has a side hustle where she makes custom drinkware. She's the one who made me this.
Oh, that's dope as hell, dude.
Yeah. So it's actually vinyl on the inside. She chose the colors and everything, put it on there, and then covered the entire thing on epoxy resin.
Mm-hmm.
So now, boom.
Okay, yeah, that's dope as shit.
So, thanks. Yeah, she really puts her heart into every project that she makes.
Where can we follow her at?
Oh, yes, it's let me see here. MOMPRENEUR.87.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
MOMPRENEUR.87.
Mompreneur?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 87. I think I missed part of it. Of course it did. I'm trying to see if I can pull up her stuff real quick. Sorry, guys. Janet, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. So we're going to go ahead and share. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that follow button live.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hit that follow. Let's go ahead and get her up above 3,497 followers, folks. So
thank you so much.
We go ahead and show off some. Oh, okay. I see it. Step up your game with the Starbucks cups, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hawkins.
They're snow globe style, so like when you turn the cup upside down, you see all the glitter flow through.
Oh, dude. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna hit up your wife, bro. I'll definitely hit up your wife, bro. And I'll make sure to tag her in the post and all that other stuff. So, okay, for sure, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure that people find out about this, see it, and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to follow her, make sure to follow her, put in an order, let her know that Black Hole Comics sent you for no discount at all and check out. But just say it now. Be like, hey, Black Hole Comics sent me. I seen you on the interview. Nothing wrong with that, you know?
Exactly.
So do you have any other shout outs that you would like to do?
Just her.
Okay, no worries. Can you let the people know once again where they can follow you at?
XXOMEGADOOMXX on Instagram. And I also have a TikTok, but I'm not really active on there. I'm still tinkering with the app and how to, do the showcase videos and whatnot.
But send him some funny videos, though.
Yes, please. I love them. I love it.
I send you funny memes and shit all the time.
Hell yeah, man.
So, and hopefully, there we go. Okay, my wife just called me. And I'm your host, Gil. My wife just got home, so I got to hurry my ass up and get home because I think she needs help with the groceries. Till next time. Later.
Peace out.